It's Dragon Ball time. Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Dragon Ball Z Mecha Frieza from SH Figuarts. This is one of the weirdest figures I've ever had. I really didn't expect them to make a figure out of that because this guy literally just showed up for like an episode or like an episode and a half. Haha, half. Anyway, this is Frieza after he's been blasted by Goku, reassembled with a bunch of weird garbage parts, giving him a weird but somewhat also interesting look, only for him to come back to Earth and get sliced up by future Trunks. So, that's the history of Mecha Frieza. Let's have a look at the figure. So already this is kind of annoying because the tail is engineered like crap and he doesn't like to stand on his own without falling over. So, stands at about 12 centimeters to the top of his head, which means we are going up to almost 7 inches. Size comparisons.
Here's Dalter, the SH Figuarts Son Goku, Metal Cooler, a previous release Freezer, Future Trunks, and Darkseid. My voice is shot.
Overall look and detail. I already complained about the tail, so let's complain about it some more. I hate when it's sticking out. Just connect the tail directly to the butt. Also beforehand it was disconnecting all the time. I guess now it finally latched onto his ass. Overall look and detail of the guy, I think aesthetically and proportions, everything does look in order. He does have the big head, but that's like a Frieza thing. Muscle work, also nicely done. Also, even like more muscle work than I'm used to. You know, like a 6-pack. Regular Frieza didn't have a 6-pack. At least I don't remember one. Love the smart look on his face, a little scar on the side, and we have a bunch of metallic on the metal parts, which also seem to have some light scratches, especially here on the front. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it does look good regardless. We got the matte tone in the green, so there's a bunch of different tones that's going on. And one thing also, already something I can complain about, we have this part and the other part on the head over here, which doesn't have the tightest connection. And the reason they did that is because like when you want to change his face, when you want to change his head, you have to change these parts every time. So we didn't have spare parts for the spare part Frieza. What a shame. Also, I think the entire body tone is just like white plastic. It seems kind of bland. And the more I look at it, I think it just is that exactly. We have some more glossiness on the purple. Metal parts again stand out, the brown parts are matte. We have the one pinned fingernail. Well, the fingernails are painted, but this is a feast hand after all. We have the scar on this side and very muscly back also. Love the work on that. The tail, we already had a look at it. Have some more nice detail on it. Very shiny with the metallic going all around it. And also the joints like have like a nice color, so they don't stand out in a weird way. And we go down to his weird alien feet. But I mean, overall, the look of this guy is pretty good for being like a garbage assembled Freezer. For your articulation, I already disassembled some parts while I'm recording this a second time, because the first one, everything fell apart. First and foremost, the head moves back and forth, does tilt side to side, and does also go all the way around. But if you combine it with the neck, we got super duper forward movement. Backward movement, not as much. Can try to shift it back a little bit, but also with the neck, you have some more added articulation as this just kind of tries to disconnect again. So for the shoulders, I'm having flashback of like Figma Power, but this one's way better actually. So you do have the hinge in the shoulder itself, goes into a ball, goes into a butterfly joint, so you can move it forward. It's still kind of blocked by all the muscle work over there. I think it would go further, but yeah, this is in the way. But if you would have hollowed this out, it would have looked like crap. So I'm not opposed to it, so you can also shift it on the joint and obviously bring it up and down. But, well, we do have the shoulder patch, which is already disconnected, but I want to show you already. So we do have the hinge, which is connected to this part, and then you have another ball in there. So that shifts around quite nicely and freely. I can demonstrate on this side. You can bring that all the way down if you want to move it up, and then try to sneak it back into place. It does stand out weirdly, but I still think it's nice. Engineering wise, they really tried to hide it somewhat. Then we have a bicep swivel, we have a double hinged elbow, which is blocked or whatever. There we go. Why doesn't it go all the way back? Is this snap out of it? Alright, let me deal with that later. Also, like, there's some more molded detail over here. Was that always like that? Because when he's like perfect Frieza in his final form, that's not there. Anyway, what's actually really cool is that you also can swivel the forearm if you hold on to the elbow. Have the ball hinge in the fist, bring that up and down, swivel it around. For the chest area, if my camera would focus, thank you. Can bring it back and forth. Not the greatest, and this panel is movable just a teeny tiny bit, so it doesn't scratch all over the wide body, which I guess since it doesn't have any pain shouldn't be too much of a problem, right? Then we have the hip joint, which is super nimble, back and forth, side to side, and bring it all the way around, I guess. Let me try. There you go. As for the legs, not only is it nicely covered up, you always also have the hinge that connects the ball joints of the leg itself. And then for the leg, at a high kick, not too high. So the crotch piece is not soft plastic, but again, with all the metallic, that wouldn't have looked nice. Goes out to the side, goes to the back, and you have a thigh swivel, a double hinged knee, and the foot is on a big ball hinge, as you can tell. So we do have a beautiful pivot, moves forward and to the back, and also let me move around to the tail real quick because I didn't really showcase the ball hinge in there, which is connected, so you can bring that all the way around, no trouble. And we have another one stuck in the middle of the tail, so you can bring that also up and down and can be swiveled around, no problemo. For the accessories, as you can tell, you get some very, very special stuff. First and foremost, I'm gonna have a look at the face sculpts. You have like the
We have the big evil smile where he shows his pearly whites, and also the gritting T-face because he's angry. Grrr. Also, finally, there's the yelling. Well, not really yelling. This is a surprised, oh my god, I'm gonna get cut in half face.
We have like pointy fingers or like laser fingers. Then we have like the grabby hands, or like, oh my god, I'm being sliced up hands. It's probably the hands you want to use. Or like the open blast hands, which I guess you could also use when he gets sliced up. Like, my camera doesn't want to focus, because the camera doesn't want to focus on what's going on in the back. And honestly, one of the coolest, funniest accessories I've ever seen. I mean, this basically only makes it into a statue, but to have the option to just display him like that is pretty funny. Of course, like, all the other accessories don't really matter if you use this one, but hey, again, I dig the idea, and I think like it's really cool executed. So yeah, this is Frieza being sliced in half by future Trunks. It is connected into like a really, really big base. Unfortunately, I wish they would have like made it a bit small, but anyway, I mean, this piece looks really cool, and paint-wise and look-wise delivers just like the rest of the figure. And actually, these parts you don't have to remove this part. Yippee! Also this one, but that one's sliced up. So very cool, very funny accessory. Final thoughts, and I'm always surprised how much care and effort is put into a weird design like this one. I mean, come on, he only showed up for like one episode. But that being said, I like this figure. From the paint job, the articulation works nice, and he does have a bunch of cool faces, and especially the accessory where he gets cut in half. The fact that they even did something like that, the fact that they went back and did like another completely mold of it just to cut it in half is funny, and I love it. So yeah, I will recommend this one, even though it is really, really, really niche design, but this is not a figure where I feel like SH Figuarts and Bandai, they went the extra mile to give you everything out of it. So yeah, I like it, and I'm gonna recommend it, and that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like, and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever. Frieza! Once.